Hello, guys. Welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, hello. How are you guys doing? So, I want to hop straight into it. So, you guys know that. Ooh, my voice cracked a little bit. Sorry about that. You guys know that growing up and coming into a woman or into a young man is a canon event. It's something that no matter how much people try to preach to you and tell you the right and wrong things to do, you always mess up along the way at least once. And you always, you know, you don't take every piece of advice that's given to you when people try to steer you in the right direction so you can learn from their mistakes or, learn from their life experiences. And so when you're coming into your own as a woman or as a male, you go through all these things that shape you into the person who you are presently at this moment. You're never just the same for forever unless you don't reflect and don't grow, which is rare, but it happens in life. But you rarely stay the same. You always grow, you always evolve into a different person when you're doing the self reflection and when you're growing and when you are coming into a new person. So I was talking to my therapist about some things I have been going through last month, coming into this month. And he said something that really stuck with me. He told me, just to paraphrase it for you guys, when you want something different, when you want something new, when you want your life to change in a drastic way, you have to align yourself with different people, different places, and different things. So many times when we are coming into our own as women and men, we tend to have a hard time letting people go that sucked us into something that changed our lives in a drastic way, whether it was when it was bad. You know, when it's bad, we tend to have a hard time letting go of people, places, and things that changed our lives in a drastic way that was bad. That's what I'm trying to say. And so I just want to let you guys know that when you are changing for the better, when you are going to that next phase of your life, when you are moving on and doing better, I just want to let you know it's okay to let the low go and let certain places, people, and things go. Because when you are evolving and you have those same people, places, and things around you that cause you to fall in the first place, it tends to keep you stuck in that same mindset of when the trauma occurred. And I know that may not sound significant, but trust me, it is. Because when you operate from the place where the trauma occurred or when it happened, it causes you to think in a survival mindset. It causes you to think irrationally and it causes you to push away blessings and good things that are coming towards you, which is why it's so important to switch up the scenery and switch up the things around you when you start to evolve. And so, for a long time, when I was changing for the better, when I started going to therapy, when I started to get new opportunities, new jobs, just new things, I had a hard time of letting certain things go. And so when I would take 2 steps forward, I would have to take 10 steps backwards because I was holding on to those things that were detrimental to me and my mental health, as well as my physical health. I did things like drugs. I did things like um, having unprotected sex sometimes, even though I knew the practice was so important growing up. And my mom and my auntie and my women around me always told me to have protected sex. I stayed in relationships abusive relationships way longer than I was supposed to because I was afraid of letting go. And so I thought that I was changing. I thought that I was evolving, but the whole time I really wasn't. And I say that because even though I felt good and looked good on the outside, my mindset didn't evolve because of the people, places, and things I kept around me. And so when we were in therapy, I kind of had an epiphany that if I don't learn to let go, if I don't learn to love people from a distance, if I don't learn to stay away from certain places, if I don't learn to stay away from certain things, then it will remain the same. I will be forever taking 2 steps forward and taking 10 back and wonder why years later I'm still in the same predicament. And he also said that God only gives you so many chances, and that stuck with me. Because how many of us have put ourselves in positions where God has given us chance after chance after chance after chance, and every time we blow it, we don't follow through, we don't hold our promises to God. God has always been faithful to us, but we don't hold ourselves accountable to keep the promise to God. And so I wondered how many things, how many hurts, how many traumas, how many bad situations I could have avoided if I would have just placed new places, people, and things into my life and let go of the old and came in with the new. So I don't know who needs to hear this today. I'm not sure where you are in life. I'm not sure if you're struggling with something, addiction, um, abuse, or whatever the case may be, but I'm here to let you know for whoever needs to hear this. Please, for the sake of you, your future, and your present, because our present is the most important, it's the most relevant thing besides our past and our future, our present. If you are dealing with something that is holding you back, that is detrimental to you, please let it go. Reflect, do the inner work. If you're not sure what that thing is, take some time to really think about what's been holding you back. If every time you get around that friend and you have an addiction, they're offering you drugs and you keep saying no, maybe it's time to let go of that friend. If you're in a relationship and they put you down, they call you names, they tell you you're not going to be anything, maybe you shouldn't be in that relationship. If it's a place where maybe it's a club, it's a bar, you have a drinking problem, you always find crazy people in this club. I'm sorry, I don't like using the word crazy, but you find people that are bottom of the barrel in these places. Well, maybe you should go to those places. Take it in and then change it. Let it go. Release it. When you start to pray and ask God to release you from all these things, you have to be ready to take on the blessing. And once you're ready to take on the blessing, God will align you with the right people, places, and things that align with your journey and where you're going. And once you start to see that change, don't be surprised if the devil comes in and he tries to tempt you with the old things because he doesn't know our future, but he sure does know our past. And so when he knows our past, he will try to tempt you and pull you back in with certain people, places, and things. I know I sound like a broken record, but you cannot allow him to creep back in and set you back 10 steps after you then made all of this work to take 2 steps forward. And so I want to tell Mr. Victor, I want to tell my therapist, thank you for that word. Thank you for everything that you helped me with along the years. I've been in therapy for 3 years. It has been tough sometimes realizing that I caused a big role in my suffering, but I'm here today to tell you I'm back stronger and better than ever. And I'm here to let somebody else know that it does get better. So with that being said, thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you watched it all the way through. If you watched it all the way through, um comment below your New Year's resolution and I'm gonna know you watched it all the way through. See you guys later. Have a blessed day. Bye.